All right. What I am about to explain you is the relationship between an industry producing so-called intelligent support systems and how this industry is changing the way telecommunication interception works and also how governments work. I'll start with one, that's the only one in German, so don't be shocked, slide from a brochure from Siemens to explain you why lawful interception, so those technology built into telecommunication system allowing governments access to telecommunication, and communications intelligence, that's the term used in the intelligence community for grabbing data from data streams, are getting the same. So the technology called lawful interception means that based on a lawful requirement, or let's say on a set of lawful requirements, the technology is providing in the one or the other way the telecommunication stream. The planet, as you know, has quite an amount of jurisdictions where some countries have a democracy with a court, with a high court, with a constitution, even with civil rights, while other countries have exactly one person who is the law. And the technology allowing these kind of things are, of course, produced for the world market. So it means they fulfill whatever requirements are defined in the law. If the law defines its wishes in the sense of, well, I don't trust anyone out there, I want to intercept them all, the exact same technology is allowing this task. So that's why Siemens is calling it, you can flexible configure our stuff, and it's scalable, which means the difference from a technology point of view between a democracy and a totalitarian state is just the parameter settings in a configuration file. There has been quite a paradigm shift from the old way or old style lawful interception has been done, and it is now being done compatible to the American CALEA guidelines. In the old paradigm, an interception was done on demand. So there was a legal and technical procedure based on the interception of a specific person or group of people, and the telecommunication company running their network, they got this demand, they checked the legal requirements, and then they made the wiretap, and the one or the other way. The intermediate paradigm, where we are right now, is done compatible to this CALEA guidelines, which means the telecommunication operator is no more allowed to know if an interception is done. He has to provide interfaces for the so-called LEAs, the law enforcement agencies, and they have the responsibility to ensure that the legal requirements are fulfilled. So once more, to point this out very clearly, an operator is not allowed to know if something is being done or not. The next paradigm we are just jetting into is a total recording of everything, selection, filtering, and analyzing afterwards. This is already a practice in the world of the intelligence community, so in the world of ComInt. It is being installed in many countries, but it is right now not used for lawful enforcement. So it means it is not used as evidence in court, although the data exists. To give you a brief overview of the components I'm going to speak about, there's roughly 4 different type of components. There's the access level, so the interfaces and functions they provide. There's the delivering situation, let's say, the interfaces to the law enforcement agencies. There's the collection entities, and then there's the world of analyzing data, filtering and analyzers, which will be most of my talk today. to get an understanding of the process, how this works. It's like almost in any other industry. There's companies investing in development and producing of systems, of technology to secretly intercept, transfer, store, analyze data. And these products are being marketed to the customers available. That is governments and their security intelligence agencies, as well as other interested parties. So it is true, this technology is available, whoever is fulfilling the requirements of being able to pay for it. It's a money issue. And this is actively set as that. So whatever that is, where of course we could politically say, well, the difference between a government and a criminal entity is anyhow just that the one have a jurisdiction and the others don't. But I mean, that's a debate I leave up for other moments. The industry is developing these products, of course, not the way that they look, oh, what is the law and what would be allowed to do. They look at the opportunities that technology provides and the legal requirements, the legal jurisdictional set of rules are just feature sets. If you want to hear it like that, it's configuration files, or let's say it's components put together in a specific way. But in the sense of developing this technology, this is not a limitation. This is just for the marketing, yes, you know, we will adjust it to your legal requirements. So what happens here is not that the technology is being produced for the lawful requirements, it is that the customers adjust the requirements to the possibilities of the technology, which is a very important point to understand what happens here, why we have data retention coming. So with marketing terms like this, why sample when you can monitor all? You know, this is clearly saying we can do a lot more with technology. And of course, this is getting the interest of the customers, of the intelligence community, of the lawful law enforcement agencies, of the Ministry of Interior guys, and say, hey, wow, we could do a lot more if we would just be allowed to. So these companies push governments to change legislation. However, the reality is that a total interception, long-term recording, is a reality. And as I said, that this type of products being marketed change the government's behave, apply rules, and thus see us as subjects and no more as citizens. This is from one of the companies providing long-term storage system. As you're all aware of, hard disks are getting cheaper and while having higher capacity every day. So it is no more $1 million business to intercept the telecommunication of a country completely over a few years and just put that online available in a 19-inch rack collection. So capture all, intermediate storage, filter long-term storage. Of course, you can, for example, when intercepting voice telephone calls, you can use different types of codecs than being used in the transmission for long-term storage to save some bits. And there's other things you can throw away for not needed. The whole scenario, of course, is absolutely not limited to telecommunication. So this is from a presentation of Siemens Intelligence Platform, and they invite or encourage their customers to use a lot more whatever you could be in the database, which is interesting watching that traffic control points, so the German Maut system and others, which are also produced by Siemens, are fitting into this picture. So this is their ideas of whatever you could take, including internet stuff, police records, bank account, insurance, border control databases, passport, DNA, and so on. There is, in this technology, different ways of analyzing traffic, so connecting the different forms of interactions you can identify